dreaming past COVID. Dear God, I'm dying of COVID 19 alone, allegedly. And I'm only specifying COVID 19 because my Microsoft spell checker goes out of its way every freaking time to specify it's COVID 19, not the Chinese black lung made in China. But I digress. But again, Lord, I'm dying of COVID 19 alone, allegedly. Yet I don't think smoking 2 packs a day of Turkish blend extra wide Camel cigarettes has been successful in fending off my surging lung cancer either. I'll never forget how top of the world scrumptious that Camel Extra Wide tasted after losing my virginity to Katie King in the Cape. If there was ever a reason to take up smoking again, so I can enjoy sucking face with my summer wind love, who enjoyed her Camel Extra Wide smokes even more than I did, it was for my sweet darling, inhalable on the spot, always pitch perfect, Southern Belle, the always magical, chills down my spine inducing, from mere memories of walking hand in hand throughout Main Street in the Cape, my dear Katie King. Especially knowing how my bitch roommates at the time hated how the Jew boy from New York struck gold was such a striking, statuesque Gentile from North Carolina who graduated Duke as a double major in 3 years flat. Oh, yeah, that's right. One of those girls who hated me for falling in love with Katie King, having the ultimate summer romance, went to McGill in Canada, which was a safety school for stoners in my high school obsessed with free healthcare and Justin Trudeau's purple spec socks. So it looks like I'm the one who came out on top of Katie's perfectly plump, never draggy dumpy 36D tits. So my parents' younger brother, friends, and ex-girlfriends, and other so-called ex-friends who deride my political ideas as mere dumb can't visit me. But I'd sure love to kiss the never-annoying, always pleasantly plump on top Katie King again. The last time I kissed her was when I surprised her while driving cross-country to California for my last semester of college with an aching in my heart. Led Zeppelin lives. Holla! Thank you very much! She was more than a friend of mine, Lord. Katie was a guardian angel, as you know, who was sent down from heaven to make me a true believer in the power of prayer and modern day miracles, which benefited my love life immensely for a change. When I needed it more than ever, I remember praying to you alone on the beach in Cape Cod, Kennedy Country during the summer when the Fugees broke big, finally giving me a woman to cry about in my heart after our romance came to a sudden crashing end. I said, God, I love hair metal ballads because they're hopeful songs full of longing, and I always long to have a real-life girlfriend to walk hands with at Rye Playland, to win stuffed animals for, as I drain more basketball shots from way downtown with effortless, in the zone, choke-free ease. You've always provided me with divine intervention. You've always provided me with divine intervention, comfort, Lord. So I'm not going to fret against my dying of the light this late into the ninth inning, with me going up against Mariano Rivera with a 5-run lead at the new Yankee Stadium, otherwise known as the house that gentrification built. Gentrification, Lord, you know, liberal talk for less black people. I wouldn't have written that A-plus joke gem without your divine-powered assistance as usual. Has my sadness-enshrouded heart weighed heavily on my weepy, hurting inside soul in synagogue some years on Yom Kippur, knowing it's another year where I ask for another shot to be a productive, functioning member of the Jewish race for a change versus consistently being another schmuck in a headset journeyman IT recruiter who's been fired more than a Palestinian slingshot. I'm also not going to bitch about certain friends or family members not always being there to consistently support my comedic ambitions, which led to me ultimately killing at the Montreal Comedy Festival. Thanks to your steady, unrelenting support and me doing me all the way. And as the great Kanye West said, what hasn't like killed me or who I'm not is what made me who I am. I think I nailed that, Lord. Thanks for your last minute relief. Pick me up on that one. And again, Lord, I'm not going to bitch about certain friends or family members not always being there to consistently support my comedic ambitions. Because those same friends back in the day came out in fairly big numbers to my bringer shows in Manhattan at the New York Comedy Club when I was an average nobody putz, because they believed in my potential, which you always have, Lord. Back when my pursuit of getting Lady Laugh off long time, all the time began. My parents raised me in the snuggle soft confines of Westchester County, performing well at high-paying jobs, which were no labor of love either. Plus, acting like an excessively obnoxious, supremely spoiled, entitled twat never felt right with my labor of laugh lust pursuing heart either. You made me grow up and become a man in LA when my parents cut me off, forcing me to overcome a debilitating stutter as an IT headhunter, cold calling through the Los Angeles Journal Book of Lists like a man possessed to be pushover, putsy, no more. Aerosmith lives no more, no more. Holla, thank you very much. I got to sing karaoke in the Valley and perform high-kicking windmills to Baba O'Reilly, proving to myself I was meant to strut my stuff and sing the gift of comedic song on stage for a living one day and get paid for the privilege that I willed into reality with every bit of my divine powered soul. Can I get an amen? Holla. Thank you very much! Should I order Chinese for my last meal to earn myself social justice writing props on Twitter? Lord, instead of insisting how those biochemical warfare starting commie bastards have resisted investigations into the origin behind the Wuhan lab originator of COVID-16 more than Aquafresh, the only time I ever feared dying, besides my first time doing open mic stand-up, was from weed-induced panic attacks, thinking I'd stop breathing because I was being a degenerate Jew again, who wasn't content with just one hit alone, who was bound to lose his gift of gab sooner or later. Dying semi-alone through Zoom doesn't appeal to me much, Lord. I say semi-alone because you'll always be the bursting source of light in my laugh-loving heart, come rain or shine. Also, I prefer to say goodbyes to my parents, friends, ex-girlfriends, and younger brother through a motive, giving letters like this, which touch the soul far deeper than any belabored, drawn-out Zoom call could, while our new Chinese slave masters monitor our every last show of vigorous, in-your-face emotion. Dying prematurely at 44 bites, only if you never got to fall in love or get to be cool, like Neil Young blares with rollicking, emphatic flourish like no other on Rocking in the Free World. I'm positive that song gets plenty of play in stage performer heaven, which I wouldn't mind entry into, knowing Lou Reed could use some added levity up there from time to time. Next time he showcases the insufferable gall to insist on charging Billy Idol for the privilege of recording with them while waiting for his man Marlon Brando, again off Broadway upstairs, for A Streetcar Named Desire, now that he's in love with the act of onstage creation again. I'm not worried about being a pseudo-homo preventing me from being embraced by your loving light in the afterlife either, Lord. Desmond Child isn't dead yet, but there's no way a loving God would damn the songwriter star behind Living on a Prayer to endless agonizing hell on par with forcing him to act like he enjoys hearing the Fleet Foxes live in front of a log cabin with nobody else in sight on his one ordained night out for his birthday in homo performer hell year after year. Thanks for the thrill of killing loudly, on stage and off, Lord, and for the heart-soothing memories involving my dear Katie King. Oh, sweet Lord. Dear Katie King, the magic fairy dust beneath my wings, who took me to the other side on earth, where us oh so fortunate cosmic comedic perfectionists roam. All the bombing in life was worth the thrill of killing at the Montreal Comedy Festival, especially with my dear Katie King in attendance, front row, to make love to my soul with her oceanic blue blasting eyes again, conjuring our last departed goodbye kiss memory when she said in the Cape, I never knew someone could make me so happy before. I do. It's you, Lord. All the great good in my life stems from your miraculous handiwork on my behalf. I must make you laugh more than Jente Brett Seinfeld ever did, to be blessed with such infinite beauty in my life, because like your other star creation, Billy Cox, Jimi Hendrix, old school paratrooper buddy, sings with number one, Soul Brother Authority, Gusto at the Phil Maurice New Year's Eve in 1970, with the power of soul, anything is possible. Being blessed with the funny Jawbone, which you gave the obsessive drive to me to develop to the best of my God-given ability, helps too. I'll love you forever, Lord, for my summer wind, Katie King, and for making such an out-of-this-world beauty beautify my life with such a majestic, soul-tantalizing sweep that summer wind dreams are made of.